Hi there, this is Joe from SquareXO, and this is SquareXO episode 32. I'm joined by Rebecca.
Hello.
Dan.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hi.
Right, before we start, don't forget you can follow us on twitter.com/square_XO, follow us on twitch.tv/SquareXO. You can listen to us on iTunes and Podbean and on youtube.com/JohansonWater. And if you visit our website too, it's squarexo.co.uk, and we're also on patreon.com/squarexo, where you can back us if you want to. Okay, that's that. Great.
Good start, that was quick.
Okay.
It's like you've been practicing.
I know, I'm brilliant at it now. That's like genius. Okay, first bit of news is really the Uncharted scores is out now, and the reviews for Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is out next week. So that's exciting. I own the triple pack. I was just talking about that. If you own the triple pack, you're able, because before I wasn't able to download it, but now it's letting me pre-order it for free. So if you do have the triple pack, you can go on the store and pre-order it for free and get it downloaded. Or if it's letting you download, I presume it is ahead of when the game comes out. So that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very good.
Does anyone own that? Am I the only one who got it at the time?
I don't know, how did you get it?
The triple pack, that was like a season pass that came out ages ago, and then they replaced it because they decided to make it a standalone game instead.
But what did it come with? How did
thing.
you get the season
Oh,
pass?
you could buy that separately, yeah. But I think it maybe came in other things as well. So it's
That's
just to kind of... I think it might have came in some special edition. I mean, I got one of these special editions, but I don't think it came in the one I got. I think it was maybe a different one. But
I was just literally looking now.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Explorer's Edition or something. Someone said if you got that, then you get it for free as well. But I'm not sure what version I got then. I got the one in the brown box with the gold coin in the front.
Yeah, that's the one I've got.
It didn't, I'm pretty sure it didn't come with that. What is that one called? The one with the gold box?
It says nothing on the box. I don't know.
Oh,
but
there is actually.
There is a download code in there.
Yeah, I don't think that one counts. Somehow, I think you need to have the triple pack because that got replaced. Maybe if you had a more expensive edition, you'd get it. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, if you got a triple pack, you can download that. That's all I want to say. Right, the Metacritic score's kind of sitting at 86, so that's pretty good for standalone DLC. So
yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be good.
What day does it come out?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Is it a Tuesday? I swear it was Wednesday.
It's the 22nd, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's Tuesday, but who knows? It's out next week. That's all I know, really. But I'm excited anyway. I just presumed it'd be Tuesday just because releases is usually Tuesday, aren't they?
I swear it's a Wednesday, so I was thinking I was working that day. I was like, I'm going to get really early to play it.
No, it's out in 20. You're right, it is a Wednesday, 23rd.
Why have we all got Tuesday in our head?
I'm
weird.
probably thinking because it comes out midnight on Tuesday, which is technically Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So kind of, I guess it is. That's probably what I was thinking anyway, but... oh well, so that comes out. Also, Sony's announced that its PlayStation Experience will be held on December 9 this year. So that's the PlayStation Experience that takes place in America, which usually has a ton of announcements. We already announced last week that about the press conference for Europe, which was in October at Paris Games Week. So this one's the later one, which I think usually you get a big announcement at this. There's been quite a lot of big games announced at the end of the sort of briefing usually. So I think this year we might see Sucker Punch's game because that's still not been announced.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And apparently Yoshida, he's been talking about it for a while, saying how good it is, but they've never ever announced it. So maybe this year we'll hear about that either at the press conference in October or the PlayStation Experience. Although I think it'll be the latter because the one in October, usually they focus on the European studios. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'll give everyone a quick update as well on that. If you use the code in your brown box for Uncharted 4, you just literally get multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
So don't all get excited if you've got that and think you might be getting good. You're not. You're getting a load of rubbish.
Sticking with Uncharted, the Lost Legacy update adds Survival Arena to Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So there you go. So that's all my sort of Uncharted Sony news. And there's a few. I've got quite a bit of news. This one I'm trying to fly through it. I've no charts because we're recording on a Sunday, and we talked about the charts last week because we recorded them on Monday after it came out, so we don't need to talk about charts. Next news is Life is Strange Before the Storm is accidentally locked trophy behind the deluxe bonus edition. So if you buy the deluxe edition of Life is Strange Before the Storm, you can get the platinum, but if you didn't buy the deluxe version, you can't. Now this was
they've tweeted though, haven't they?
It is a mistake. Yeah. That's what I said
rubbish,
accidentally.
if that was purposeful.
Yeah.
No, I did say that at the time, but it is something at least they've admitted it's a mistake and they're going to try and rectify it, so don't worry too much if you never got a deluxe version. I did get a deluxe version just purely for the fact that I wanted to play the bonus episode.
Yeah, same. That's why I'm going to do it.
And
I'm going to wait till it's physical.
And
I'm
you
not
get a
buying it
few
digital.
more nice extras as well, so that's why I got it. Raiden 5 Director's Cut is coming to PS4 and Steam this autumn, if anyone's excited about Raiden.
Never heard of it.
No, me neither.
No one is. There's a reboot of point-and-click horror title Black Mirror coming to PC, PS4 and Xbox One in November. So I've never heard of that either. Black Mirror, no. But it's point-and-click, so usually a point-and-click horror, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? Point and click. I know what I was thinking the other day, speaking of sort of point and click, that it would be cool if Telltale, because now Telltale done Monkey Island, I was thinking it'd be cool if they done Monkey Island like they do their games now.
Oh yeah.
So
Maybe.
Yeah, so like game like Garden Galaxy Batman and all that, if they just sort of reworked it so that Monkey Island was like that. That might be quite cool. Although it might not work really because obviously you need to explore and look for stuff, but you can do that in those Telltale games, so maybe it would be quite cool if they done that. It'd be quite good, I think, to have a sort of Telltale game with a bit of comedy in it like that does. So yeah, but we'll see. Okay, oh my god, there's quite a bit of Xbox news to talk about, but I'll get that in a sec. EA has said that it could bring other games to Nintendo Switch if FIFA 18 does well. Now, I've got my doubts about EA, you know, when it comes to bringing games to Switch. I'm swear I've said that before about other Nintendo systems, and then all they ever do is bring FIFA to it. There was no excuse for them not to bring some of their other games, like even Need for Speed to Switch. I mean, I'm sure they could have done that, so I don't know. They come up with excuse saying, oh, but we've only got limited resources, blah blah, so it kind of sounds like they're not going to bother with Switch unless it, which is a shame really, because it's absolutely selling like anything really. I mean, I think it outsold Xbox somewhere.
But it's not easy though, is it? That's why they're saying it. It's not as easy just to port the assets over and it run on Switch.
I mean, that's the thing, it's easy with PlayStation, Xbox and PC because they're all really based in the same sort of architecture now, aren't they? Yeah. So you bring out one thing in one, it's easy to bring them the other. That's why you've got the PS4 Pro, the Xbox One X. These are all kind of just got PCs really, so they can scale their game down for each of them, so they'll be able to put it in their highest setting on a big powerful PC, scale it down a bit for Xbox One X, scale it down a bit more for PS4 Pro, and then scale it down for the other two again. Yeah. So I mean, they're all the same. Well, they're not the same system, but you know what I mean. They're all kind of based on the same idea.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get why people's really getting mega excited for Xbox One X or even PS4 Pro because really they're not really that much different from what you already own anyway, apart from the games are a bit prettier, that's all.
Yeah.
And a bit
that's
smoother.
Why I never bought a Pro, because I was just happy with
if you're happy with you've got, you're not going to honestly, I've got the PS4 Pro. I cannot tell the difference between a PS4 game and a PS4 Pro game. I don't know about you, Dan.
I haven't gone back to a PS4, so I wouldn't
He's
know.
too good now.
Just
for
from
it.
memory, I mean, do you
Yeah,
think-
but I remember N64 games looking great, and they didn't. So I
That's
don't
true,
want to
actually.
comment. I'd imagine that it is better. Otherwise, people wouldn't buy it.
Yeah,
But
you'd think it's better, but to me, obviously I play PS4 upstairs, I play the Pro downstairs. When I play one, I play the other. I can't really say, oh, one's better than the other. There's
Yeah.
not a massively noticeable difference, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well.
It's like when I watch a 4K movie and I watch a normal movie upstairs, I don't think there's a massively noticeable difference personally. Not really like what am I trying to say? Not really for the price of £1,000. Oh, I'm going to go buy a 4K TV. I'm going to go and play in my 1080p TV. Here, the difference is £1,000. What one would you rather watch? I'd be like, well, that one, the 1080p, because it's not really that.
I don't
worth
think though.
£1,000.
It's a bit like when DVD first came out though, and it looked amazing compared to a VHS. And then you went so you'd watch a DVD for 2 or 3 years, and you go back to VHS, and you'd be like, my God, how did we put up with VHS? And now it's
Yeah.
the same with Blu-rays. Like we've watched Blu-rays for 4 or 5 years or whatever, and then you go back to trying to watch a DVD, and it's just awful. And I think the difference, you will notice the difference after time. I think when you go from 4K to 1080p, I just think it's a bit too new at the moment for them to be harnessing it.
There's definitely a difference, I'll say that. I'm not saying you can't tell difference, because sometimes when I'm watching my 4K TV and I'm watching a one with HDR and stuff, it looks kind of like they're behind glass. They're behind a bit of glass in your living room. It's that clear and realistic, and then you can definitely tell the difference, I think. But it's just that sometimes you think to yourself, well, it's not that much a difference. It's not a be all and end all if you don't own a PS4 Pro or a Xbox One X, because you can still play the same games. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I mean, it's not like they're new consoles, is it?
No, well they are, but they're not. I know what you mean.
They're just not new. They're not. That's the thing. So what's part of getting excited about Microsoft's Xbox One X coming out in November, when you'll just be playing the same, the no games that you're going to be playing on the other one, because it's got no
Look a bit
games now,
better.
because Crackdown 3's been delayed. So literally it's only got Forza, and that's about it.
Great.
There's no reason to buy it now, really, for the moment, because unless you just want to play the games you already own and being upgraded. It's a shame that they've had to delay that, but it looked terrible, so they had to delay it. So
Well, yeah, I think you'd rather it be, at a point where people would want it. They'll be a little back and like, oh, I'm glad it was delayed because it's better now.
I don't know if they'll get
it
that
was.
game to a point where people will want it,
Really?
because it looks that bad. But hopefully they
That's
will.
what they
'Cause
do.
Good.
hopefully they will, because that's the one game in Xbox I was actually looking forward to. And now there's no games to make look forward to at all. So
Oh dear.
never mind. Anyway, where was I? Yakuza 6 got a release date, and that's coming out March in Europe, so March next year. And Splatoon 2 sales overtook Crash Bandicoot in the US. So well done to Splatoon 2, because Crash Bandicoot's a bit of a beast. So that was for what would it be? This is August. That would be for July, I presume. Not for the whole time, but basically for July. There's a few bit of Xbox news here, but before I get to that, there was a new game sort of leaked called Biomutant. Don't know if anyone saw it. It's
Yeah. Is it real?
Yeah, it's real. It's Experiment 101. It's by who's headed up. That studio was founded by an ex-Avalanche employee, because I investigated to see who they were, because I've never heard of them. And apparently they've been founded by an ex-Avalanche employee, and they're working on this Biomutant, which is going to be published by THQ, and it's been described as the post-apocalyptic kung fu fable. And it shows you this sort of raccoon with sort of little eyepiece on, and I don't know, a samurai sword or something. So yeah, that could be quite cool.
With a logo that just looks like a blatant rip-off of Horizon.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
like
really?
it's like an open world ninja game by sounds things. Post-apocalyptic ninja game. That could be quite cool. That could be something different at least.
Yeah.
Could be. Could also be awful.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
there is
Okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, and right, let's wrap up the news with the Xbox news. Right, also leaked was a Minecraft edition Xbox One S. So I asked my little boy what he thought of that, and he said that's so cool because it's just basically an Xbox One S that looks like a Minecraft sort of brick with the yellows and
That's
greens
awesome.
and all that.
Yeah. My brothers thought it looked cool too. They were like, "Oh, can we have one?" No, I cannot afford to get you one of those.
It does look good. It pains me. Like Microsoft have got some better limited edition designers than what Sony have. They've done
They
a good
have.
job of
Well, it's like that
designing that.
Destiny thing, isn't it? Like
Oh.
those
Yeah.
controllers.
One thing that didn't look good was the Xbox One X green Doritos. I don't know if anyone saw my tweet
Oh my
about that.
god, yeah.
I saw
I
that.
saw someone put where it's like, oh, it looks like you've left them under your bed for 7 years and then decided to go back and eat them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
like, "Bits."
I think I wrote it looked like it had been sitting about since the original Xbox came out. But same
They
idea.
look horrible. They look like they're mouldy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't very nice. But also, there's a Scorpio edition Xbox One X coming out. So basically, it's just a bit like the Day One edition Xbox One they released, except it's called the Scorpio edition, and it's got a little bit of green writing on it that says Project Scorpio on the controller. I'm not sure if it says it on the console. I can't remember. And also, the console's got a bit of a different pattern, and the controller's got black buttons. I think that's the only difference. So yeah, that'll probably be everybody who buys it day one will get the Project Scorpio edition. It's quite a good idea, I think, because MD who kind of didn't really know what Xbox One X is, but the new Project Scorpio name, it gives them a way to meld the two together, and that way people will be able to find it and buy it. So yeah, it's quite a good idea to do that, I think.
Yeah, like a launch day edition is
Yeah.
quite a nice thing to
Because
do.
I think people like that name, so to do the Project Scorpio edition as well is quite cool way for people to keep the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Two more. Budget Xbox One X Enhanced Record Definitive Edition is going to be released.
Oh, I saw
Record,
that.
that game looked awful, so I'd more to say about that better. And finally, Eurogamer Expo will be your only chance to play Xbox One X early in the UK. So if you go to Eurogamer Expo, you can play the Xbox One X. So I think Rebecca's going to try and have a go.
Yeah, I want to have a go. Even if it's just a little go. And then I'll report back to you guys what it's like.
Yeah, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it. That's the news. Okay, now it's time for a brand new game that
Oh,
I've
I'm
made
excited.
up.
Gosh.
Right, okay, if this works, I have no idea if this is going to work. So this is an experiment. Right. You ready, Dan?
Yeah, I was born ready.
Good. Right, this is called the backwards game, right? So I've recorded 3 game names backwards, and you need to guess what they are.
Okay.
Right? Okay, get ready for the first one.
Have you just
Go.
bought a new microphone recorder?
No, it's I had the idea, and then I saw if there was an app that did it, and there was. So I was like, yeah. I just
Nice.
had the idea for the game that it would be really funny and cool. So, and then I looked for an app that I could record, and then it would play it backwards. So here, listen. Tell me if this works, because obviously I need to put my phone into the mic. So
Okay.
I hope you're able to hear it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Let me do that again. Can you hear that? Okay.
Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Right, let me do it one more time.
Oh jeez.
Any ideas?
I feel like I can hear Overwatch, but I
You're
think
right.
that's like. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Well
the very,
done.
like, the third segment, I heard like Overwatch, and I was like, oh, that sounds.
Ah, right. Get
That's
ready.
hard though.
Get ready for the next one then.
Flipping heck.
I think that one's easy.
Yeah, it makes it worse because your accent. Sorry. Play it again.
One more time.
FIFA 18?
Yes!
I was gonna say I thought I heard FIFA.
You can hear
but
like a
again, I'm
number
doubting
in that
myself.
one.
It doesn't
Okay.
sound backwards, it just sounds jumpy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Nah, it's backwards, but it's just weird. Right, okay, what's this next one then? Right, here, one more. Right, go on, one more. Any idea?
God. All I can hear is done for tour.
Yeah.
Uh,
It sounded. I don't know.
listen one more time.
Gran Turismo Sport?
Think what what I'm saying. Last two letters.
Okay.
Listen to last two letters.
All I can hear is tour.
That you've failed. It's Battlefront 2.
I swear I heard Battlefield. Oh, for God. I suck at this.
Okay, right, there's one more, but what you need to do this time is copy what I say. And then I'm
Copy
going to play back what you say.
Oh no!
And you've got to tell me. Right, so you first, Rebecca. Right,
Okay.
get ready. I'll let you listen to it twice, and then
Okay.
I'm going to record you doing it. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Hold on.
I thought it was it then. Oh, damn it! I've got it.
Right, here we go. One more time, you need to copy this, so I'll give you one more listen. So listen carefully this time.
Oh.
Tell me when you're ready, and I'll record you.
Okay. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. To mind grab.
Wait, stop. Do that again.
Oh, can you play it one more time then?
Ah, hold on. I want to see what you. Oh, damn it! What have I done? Hold on. I wasn't really ready, so.
Okay.
I'll tell you when I'm ready, and then you can go. Right, wait there. Let me play it one more time.
I feel like I can't even make some of those noises.
Oh no.
Right, tell me when you're ready.
Okay, right then. 3, 2, 1. To a mind grab.
Let's see if that worked. I don't know, because obviously I have to record into my headphones, so how well
Yeah.
it work, I don't know. No, that just sounded awful.
What was that?
What was that? Oh my gosh.
You up for a go, Dan?
Yeah, I try. Not
Right.
that same thing though.
No, it has
That's
to be
hard
the
to make
same
those
one.
noises.
Right, go. Have a listen again. Oh, damn it. One more time.
Grab.
Right, wait there. Right, go now.
Right?
I don't know, too many people are laughing. You ready?
Yeah.
Grab.
I don't think you're going to get it.
Literally making me.
You just sound like you're mumbling.
Oh my God.
Right, I'm going to try it, right? Do you want to go, Nicole?
Oh no, because I'm just gonna laugh. I'm not
Okay.
gonna be able to do it.
I'm just going to
I'm
listen.
literally crying.
I know what it is, obviously, but I'm just going to listen and I'm going to try it myself and see how
Go on.
close I get. So wait
It's
there.
so hard.
Wait me, while you listening. I keep crashing the app. Right, here we go.
Oh my God.
Right, here we go. I'm going to try.
Okay.
Dovin, and grab. Right, let's have a listen. Almost! That actually sounds quite like it. Wait there, have
That
a
was a
listen.
Grand Theft Auto.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grand
God.
Theft Auto.
That's so funny.
my
That was
goodness.
quite close. I'm quite pleased with myself. Okay, backwards
Oh, that's
game's
great.
over. Maybe have another go next week. That was fun.
Well done, Joe.
Good for
Yay! Okay, right. Whew. That was fun.
I'm actually like, I swear I'm gonna have to redo my makeup again. Like, this is insane. Oh my gosh.
Okay, right. I don't have a topic. I've got loads of user questions, so let's just go through them and we'll probably come up with a topic, because I've got quite a few actually.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'll leave this question to ask because it's not really a topic, so I'll just go through and see what we've got. Should we see more shorter AAA style games at a lower cost, like Hellblade and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy? That question's from Rude Cold. So what do you think? Would you like to see more AAA? I'd call them, I don't know, what would I call them? I guess they're kind of like double A.
Yeah. I
Would
think
you like
so.
to see more?
I think they're great, and I think that they really do appeal to that selection of people who obviously work more and therefore don't have as much time to put into gaming as the rest of us. I think they're a really great idea. I personally love to see a few more of them. I think they're a really, really good idea for the industry.
Because the thing about them is they're high. They sort of have that high budget feel about them, but they're shorter experiences.
Yeah, I like that as well, because, you know, when you've got like a backlog of games, especially in my case, going for a really quick kind of title that's like, you know, it's up there with like really kind of like the longer games in terms of standards, but it's much easier to finish and get through quickly. You get that sense of accomplishment, and I like that, you know, you feel like you're getting somewhere, and, you know, I like that.
I think sorry, Dan, what were you guys say?
I was going to say, I like them too, but I don't want more. I think we've got enough.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think we've got a fair amount now. I think you could put the Telltale games in with that, and the Life is Strange.
Yeah,
And
I think I agree that they're great because you can kind of, like Rhyme was one as well, arguably, you know, 6 hours of decent gameplay, you can finish it, you can put it away and you're done with it. But
yeah, same with Absolute.
if everything was like that, then it would just be too much of a throwaway hobby, I think.
Yeah.
So I think we've
kind
of got a good balance.
I think I'm quite happy. The more we have, the better. I'm quite happy with them, to be honest, because I like the budget, or more budget price. I like that they're sort of not lesser experience, not a lesser experience in the sense of gameplay, but a lesser experience in terms of how much time you put into them. I quite like that. That suits me more. The way I game, it sort of fits in with the way I like to play games, because I don't like to spend days and days and days on the same game, weeks and months.
That's why open world games are my hatred.
It's an option though. I'd rather there be the option, and not just for those games to just be the go-to for publishers because people are buying them. Because I think, like I say, they are good.
I certainly like big experiences just because I like my Skyrim and I like my games like that I can Horizon that I can kind of go back to now and again, and they'll always be there, and I can play it over a long period when I feel like playing it. That I like that as well, but I just like, if I'm going to sit down and play a game and complete it in one sitting, that's the sort of game I'd quite like to play.
Yeah. No, I think it's good though that studios and publishers are taking more notice of those kind of shorter games and giving them more backing and more push marketing and allowing studios to do it, rather than forcing studios to make open world or to make bigger experiences. It's nice that, you know, they've opened their kind of doors to it, and I think that they obviously will make more money because development time is shorter, and that's what would worry me, is that all of a sudden they see short AA games, if you like, as cash cows, and then we lose out on all the good stuff.
Okay. Also, next question: where do you see PlayStation 10 years time? Kicking ass with PS5? Is VR more prominent or something else entirely? Be creative, says Ollie Reynolds from Twitter.
Be nice to think it, you know, is still going in 10 years, wouldn't it? I'd like to hope it is. I don't know about the VR thing though, because at the minute VR feels very much on the back burner, so I'm not sure if that will get to a point where it's more popular than, maybe not more popular than, you know, the big selling PS4 games were, but to a point where most people have a VR. Do you know what I mean? Because at the minute it's very
on
limited.
a tipping point, isn't it? It could either go, kind of just, fall downhill and, kind of go into the abyss and we don't see it. Yeah, or it could really it could have an uprising and, they start getting more games out for it and everyone tends to find it as something to accompany a PlayStation. So...
I think we'll all look back in 10 years' time and be, do you remember that PSVR thing they did? I don't think.
Well, at the minute it looks like that, doesn't it? I mean, they're not putting like any content out for it or anything that people are really desperate to play. It's very slow with the development, it seems.
I reckon we'll be like what we talked about probably a long time ago, Joe, when it was just me and you. It'd be a box that you plug into the telly that just streams the games to it. I don't think you'll have a big fan called machine with a disk drive. You'll have a small box that's probably the size of an Apple TV with an HDMI out or whatever that is, and a couple of dual shocks. And that's in 10 years, but that's what I'd imagine they're gearing towards.
Yeah, just to condense it down.
Everyone thinks small is better now, anyway, don't they?
Well, yeah, and then also Sony are in control of all of the assets, so they're not having to sell them to businesses. The PlayStation Store will be the only place you can get games, and everything will be locked down. You'll probably be paying more for PS Plus or whatever, because it might be a case that you buy the machine on a subscription and don't actually buy games if they do something like that.
Maybe.
It's quite possible. I still think there'll be some sort of gimmicks, like VR or augmented reality or something. There's always got to be something, because Sony does what Sony does. Sony tries to innovate and be different. You always do
that would never work, though, would it? With a little streaming box, you wouldn't, unless our internet infrastructure improves massively. You're never going to get a game like that run over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but
with a headset.
It might be built into the VR. It might stream in the VR.
That's true. Yeah, you could have a VR console that you just stick on your head.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
It's all dependent on the technological advancements in the next, so many years.
Look how far we've come in since 2007. Do you know what I mean? That was 10 years
I don't
ago.
think in 10 years, but I think in 10 years there'll be a box. Because if you think of it now, the PS4's around, in say a couple of years' time, the PS5 might be announced and coming out. So 8 years from then, maybe it'll just be the end of the PS5 and the PS6. What we're talking about now is kind of maybe that's what the PS6 will be. But the PS5's definitely going to be a box.
Yeah.
With a disc drive.
I would think with a disc drive. And then maybe later versions might get rid of the disc drive. Sort of if internet sort of goes that way. But I think we're still going to see a proper console in the PS5 for sure.
Yeah,
whether
it could
it'll
even be.
What's that?
It could even be something like a Google Chrome, which you just plug direct into an HDMI.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't necessarily need anything else. Then you can just take it with you and plug it into anything.
Yeah, but I think we're talking PS6 with that.
Well, 10 years time, he said, didn't he? So that's what I'm talking.
But PS5, I think, will it be kicking ass in 10 years' time? I think it depends on what the PS5 is, really. If it's just another upgrade again, and it's not a brand new console and doesn't do anything different, then people might be a bit hesitant to upgrade to it. But I think it'll be a new console, personally.
I think it will if it has a 5 on the end. It'll have to be a new console.
Whether it still plays, what do you call it, PS4 games or whatever, we'll just need to wait and see.
Backwards compatibility.
It won't be. I've been really vocal about that. I don't think it will.
That's a shame.
I think it will, personally, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think they'd be stupid to do it. That kind of leads me on to something I was thinking about, though, and I was thinking about putting it out on Twitter after I put the question tweet out. But so far, how many years are we into PS4's life now? 4 years. So we're 4 years into this generation. What do you think's been the defining moment of this generation that's made you think, wow, we're 5 years ahead now with PS3 or something? What has changed this generation that makes it a step up from the last one?
Uncharted 4.
Do you think there's been anything?
Yeah, Uncharted 4.
Do you think Do you think an experience like that couldn't have been done on PS3?
Nah, I don't think it could have.
It's
amazing.
Yeah, it'd be visually, but you tone down the visuals by 10%. I think PS3 would still cope. I don't think we've actually had anything yet on PS4 that's defined the generation.
I don't think PS3 would cope with Horizon either. Really.
Yeah, but again, you're just talking graphically, aren't you? You're not talking. I'm talking about something that when you first played, like Metal Gear 1 on the PS1, and Kojima made you swap things around. Or, I don't know, just like new things. Something that when you look back on that generation, so like we had wireless controllers and the DualShock 6-axis last gen. We haven't had that this gen. The controllers are kind of the same. We had internet capability on Dreamcast and PS2 as being new.
Yeah, well, in that case, it's got to be VR.
Well, yeah, okay, that would be it, I suppose. But I'd argue that, yeah, okay, yeah, good answer. No, I don't think everyone would say that though, because not everyone's played it or got it. But yeah, maybe that will end up being it. I wondered.
I wouldn't even say VR because I don't think it's appealed to enough people to be that defining. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, yet. I mean, God knows what will happen in the next few months. Well,
yeah, but
the thing is, not everybody's tried it. I think if more people tried it, it would be. I think because it is good. It's very good, but it's just not a lot have tried it.
I think it's because it's so expensive and there's so little content out there. That's personally why I haven't ever considered buying into VR.
Yeah, she can't justify it because there's not enough to justify the spend.
If it's at, have you tried it before, Rebecca?
No, I've never actually had a go on it. I wouldn't say no though.
If it's at Eurogamer Expo, I'll make sure to have a go.
I will.
You'll be surprised. It is very good.
Yeah.
So make sure
I'll let you know about my feelings about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question regarding BioWare's announcement. It says today. I presume I don't know what announcement that is. Oh, I know. That's what it is. BioWare announced that it's finishing the single player updates now. So whenever the last one released, that is the last one. They're not doing any more. And Mark Woodlands was just saying, do you think that's the end of the Mass Effect franchise now? He's saying it's a sad day if it is. I think
they killed it when they released a half-finished game. They should have sorted themselves out before they put Tripe out, really. So
yeah, I think it's going to be a long time before we see a new one. If we see a new one, I think that's the answer, really, isn't it? I think hopefully they'll just forget about that and just want Dragon Age.
Oh yeah, I could do with a new Dragon Age.
Because I prefer Dragon Age to Mass Effect anyway, so I'd be quite happy with that. That's more my sort of game. Fantasy to space any day. Unless it's Star Wars, in which case, space.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's quite an easy one to answer, because I think, it is the end for now. Whether that's to do with Andromeda or whether it's just to do with the fact that it's ran its course, I don't know. But I think it is the end for now.
Yeah.
Right. Next, Graham Howie's got 3 questions. Well, I think it's 2 actually. I think the third question's part of his second question. But his first question is, hey guys, what's your opinion on Day 1 DLC?
No. DLC shouldn't be locked out to individual people. And it shouldn't be a thing anyway. I don't like it.
I think the thing about Day 1 DLC is you get it if you pre-order the game anyway, so I think the majority of people who buy the game on Day 1 will get it, won't they?
Yeah.
But I guess we're thinking more of the people who don't buy the game Day 1 and get it later down the line and maybe miss out on the Day 1 edition and don't get the DLC. I guess those people, it's a bit of a shame, but then you should have bought it Day 1 then.
I suppose it depends on what it is as well. If it's like a whole new set of levels or something, then I think that's completely unfair. If it's just a costume, then I don't care, so they can do that. But
I can understand it personally because they want people to buy their game, so if they're giving you this incentive to buy it Day 1 instead of buying it later down the line where you get it for 20 quid cheaper, then that's what they're going to do. They should make games
worth paying full price for, then, shouldn't they? If they're that bothered about you buying their game, they should make a good game.
Yeah, but you get that deal. Somebody, bin
What
truck
was that?
passing someone's house.
Yeah,
Don't
not
know.
the ice cream van.
That's a bit weird.
Oh, that was
It's-
a tractor. That was a tractor. Sorry, they're harvesting around here.
That confused me now. I was like, what's going on?
I get ice cream vans in the rain, and you get tractors.
I get tractors. Yeah.
No, I think, to be fair, they do make good games that include the day one DLC. Do you know what I mean? There are
Yeah.
good
What was the
games.
day one edition of The Last of Us? Was that just like I don't know what that was. Was that anything to do with that, or
What, on PS4 or PS3?
on PS4 the remaster? It had a day one edition. I'm not sure if that came with DLC kind of restrictions or whatever, but
I don't remember that.
It does say day one edition on it.
It's probably multiplayer DLC then.
yeah, it's probably like skins and stuff. I think it's not fair to. Like, I think if it's skins in that, it's okay, because obviously, like you said, it's incentive to buy the game on day one, but I just don't think it's fair to punish players that can't do that
Yeah.
with,
It
like,
says,
levels and stuff.
Says it's a survival pack, so I'd imagine it's exactly the same stuff as what I said was in the Uncharted 4
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
It's
the way
probably-
I see it, you buy the game day one, you get the DLC, then that's the way it is. If you buy it later for 20 quid cheaper, then that's your choice. And if you want to buy the DLC, it's generally there for a few £, or whatever, and you can buy it if you're
Yeah.
really that desperate for it. And you're still getting the game a lot cheaper than you would have got it day one anyway. So, I mean, it's really, at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, it's up to the developer and the publisher, because they've got to think of ways to sell their game, and if that's going to sell their game, then that's what they're going to do.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, they're out to make money. So, I mean, whether we like it or not, we just need to put up with it, really.
Yeah.
And that's that. Okay, next question was, why is there so much hate between PlayStation and Xbox? And do you think it's brought on by the brands themselves or the gamers? He says he's both consoles and loves both in each individual way. He personally prefers Xbox for Forza and PlayStation for its better exclusives.
We talked a bit about this last week, didn't we?
The reason I don't like it, this question, is because, nothing personal against the question, but the reason I don't like it is because I don't hate, although I prefer PlayStation personally, just because of the exclusives, like he says, and I probably just prefer it just because, I don't know, just because of the design. There's loads of reasons I prefer it, but no matter what MD thinks, I don't hate Xbox. I like to mess around, joke about them all the time, and wind people up about it. But I don't hate it. I've got one. I bought it day one. If I could afford an Xbox One X day one, I would buy it day one, but I can't. But honestly, I don't know about other people, so I can't really speak for saying that there's hate between them, because I don't think it's that strong personally. But I mean, from a personal point of view, I'd just like to wind up the opposition. Even though I'd still like Xbox, I'd just like to be on the wind up. But
I think people just get too serious about it. I think it's individual to the person. I mean, I own both, and I like each for different reasons. And I just think some people just they look to make the war, if you know what I mean. It's more about the drama itself as opposed to what it represents, because like you said, I don't think there is a hate. It's just preference.
I don't think there's hate. Some people get defensive, but I mean, I don't think it's as strong as that personally. I think it's just they like to do the one-upmanship, just like in sport, just like in most things in life. If there's one thing you side with, then you're going to side with it and you're going to make fun of the other one, but you don't necessarily hate it. I don't think.
Yeah, but it's like what they do in the conferences, don't they? They make subtle digs at each other and that. And it's not like, it's not hate for, each of the other's consoles. It's just a matter of, they're two companies competing. They're going to, make digs and stuff. It's not hate.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun, innit? That's all. But I mean, I don't think hate's a strong word, I think. And I don't think it's really got a place in gaming at all. There are probably some people out there who do hate PlayStation or hate Xbox, but I think it's a bit sad if you do anyway. But
I think when you got two of something though, and a lot of people can only afford to buy one or the other, then it just naturally where someone's got to choose between one or the other, it naturally falls down that you're on one side of the fence normally. And then, some people just try and justify that purchase by saying that the other one's crap.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So, and it just snowballs out of control.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all video game fans. And it's the same with like football fans. You're all enjoying a hobby that's the same, but there's a bit of rivalry in there for fun, but it should never be more than it should always just be for fun and a bit of a laugh. I think as soon as you start name calling and stuff, then it's just that's
Causes a divide, doesn't it?
yeah.
Well, I certainly call Celtic plenty of names during Rangers Celtic matches, but
Yeah, exactly.
I don't say I hate Celtic fans. I mean, got lots of friends who are Celtic fans, but during that 90 minutes, you're just you just kind of like that. You just get annoyed, and then you're best mates again when it's finished. It's just a bit like that. It's a bit like that rivalry, but I think a bit of rivalry is good. It's healthy and it can be quite funny as well. It's good. I mean, I like it for the humour. Imagine there was no Xbox, it'd be boring.
Yeah, but that's what it is, isn't it? Like, competitiveness pushes companies to produce better things, so,
Exactly. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just some people take it over the top, but oh well. There's always going to be people who take everything over the top. That's just life, isn't it?
Extremists.
Okay, last question. I've left this one for last on purpose. It's from Sergeant Stan. It just says, "Hi guys, what's your favourite..." Oh, iPad, stop turning around. What's your favourite pre or during game snack?
Ooh.
To be honest,
I don't eat when I'm playing.
No, I was about to say that. What about after you play though?
Well, dinner. Like I don't play a game and then think, I need to go and eat.
I don't either.
Food and gaming is a completely separate thing for me, and I can't eat like crisps or something whilst playing because it's just dirty.
Yeah. You need both hands on the controller as well. You can't like be pausing every 5 seconds. I do like might have a drink or something, but not really.
Glass of wine, that's a perfect accompaniment to a bit of PlayStation.
Yeah, maybe a rum with my
that was hard to get.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a big eater that much anymore anyway, so I kind of just eat when I feel like it. I don't think really associate it with gaming, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So no, sorry I can't answer that one.
Although I like pizza, so I'll just say pizza. I'll eat a pizza.
I love pizza. Yeah, pizza.
We all love pizza.
Pizza and Pepsi Max or Iron Brew. There we go.
Have you ever mixed the two?
Nah. Oh, that was funny. They done a tweet the other day saying, countries... it was like this map of the world, and it said countries where drinks made by Coca-Cola are most popular, and the whole world is covered in red, and then it says countries where drinks made by other soft drink manufacturers are popular, and Scotland was blue. So out of the whole world, everywhere was red, because Coca-Cola is the most popular drink in every country in the world except Scotland, where it's Iron Brew.
That's not surprising.
So yeah.
Why is that, Joe? As a Scottish person, why do you love Iron Brew so much?
I can't stand it.
Because it's Scottish. And it's sour.
You have to like it if
it's
you're
made in
Scottish.
Glasgow, at me, and it tastes awesome. I don't know. Just think it's great. Love it. Really nice. It just suits our taste. I don't know. I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it, but I'm never like, I fancy an Iron Brew.
You just don't understand. That's it. Okay, games out next week. I'm just going to go over this. We'll probably do this every week, so it probably gets repetitive because we talk about the same games every week. But we've mentioned Uncharted's out, so that's coming out next week. The Escapist 2 is coming out next week as well. F1 2017, which we will be reviewing on our website for embargoes, I think, so that's quite good.
Yep, it's all ready to go.
So yeah, that's good. So you'll get that right in time along with all the other sites. So how about that? Brilliant. Madden NFL 18's out next week as well. And Guardians of the Galaxy episode 3, I believe, is coming out next week as well, so that's quite good. I'll be playing that. And Minecraft Story Mode for Switch. And Naturo Shippuden. I can't believe I said that right. Maybe I didn't.
You did.
Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy.
Give our favourite follower Turnip Lord a shout out, because he'd be well onto Naruto. He loves them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
That's
he does.
it next week. Velocity 2X Critical Mass Edition.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I want that.
And PS4. White Day, a labyrinth named School. No idea what
I
that
pre-ordered
is.
that as well.
Absolver. Oh no, that's 29th. Maybe that's not out next week. Okay, right, back. Forget I said that one. White Day, a labyrinth named School. That's the last one. So yeah,
Very
exciting
diverse.
stuff. Quite a lot of stuff, yeah. Quite a lot. Right, it's I'll get my time check. We're getting there. Let's just, before we, we've got a wee Amazon game to play, but before we do that, let's just have a talk about Gamescom briefly, quickly, because since it takes place straight after we're recording this podcast, really, Microsoft's going to do its announcement. EA's got one tomorrow, so we'll catch up and all that next week. But what do you think? We'll see anything major this Gamescom? Apart from Biomutant.
Starting. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been quite quiet, the build up to it, actually. Microsoft's been going on about its stream, but I get the feeling Microsoft's stream's not going to be all that much. We've already found out about Xbox One Project Scorpio Edition. We've already found out about the Minecraft Xbox One S. I think that was two of its major announcements, to be honest. I think they've leaked ahead of time. Maybe they would show off that Biomutant, maybe not. But otherwise, I don't think we're going to see much more than that. Really, I don't see how we would, because they would announce anything major at E3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think maybe they might announce a game, but I don't.
You'd hope they would announce something exclusive to release alongside Xbox One X, I think, to give people a bit of excitement. That would be nice.
Yeah, maybe an incentive, or maybe they'll drop the price of Xbox One X and say, oh, it's not $499 anymore, it's $399 or whatever.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it?
Otherwise, I don't really know. As for EA, it's just not going to be purely gameplay, I would think. FIFA. I think they'll show more FIFA, because they barely showed FIFA at E3, and which is understandable, because FIFA's more a European thing, so I think they'll do a big focus on that. We'll see more Need for Speed, which I'm quite looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Battlefront 2, I'm looking forward to. We'll see more of that, and that looks awesome for the trailer. I saw the space battles down to the land battles. Oh my god, that's going to be so good.
I saw loads of stuff on that. Oh.
They might announce a new game. They sometimes do at Gamescom. So, yeah, they might announce something. But they've kind of blown their load a bit as far as games is concerned at E3. So they might not. Hopefully it's a better conference than the one at E3, because that was terrible.
Yeah, that was
So, we'll
Oh dear.
hopefully they've learnt their lesson from that. But I doubt it. So it's probably going to be just as dreadful.
Cringy.
But Microsoft's will probably be okay. But it's not really going to be conference-like. It's more of a live stream sort of with presenters. So Graham, AC Bongos, who I know quite well, he's going to be streaming it in along with probably that Aaron guy, Aaron Greenberg, the American guy. And they might just talk about a few things. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Who else
This
is
podcast is live by the time it all kicks off, but it might not be. We'll see.
Who else has got conferences at Gamescom? Then is there anything
That's it,
worth
really.
looking forward to?
No,
is
that's
it?
it. Yeah, just those
Yeah,
two.
PlayStation aren't doing any.
No, so there might be a few extra announcements come out of it, which there probably will be sort of round about that time. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Okay, we're going to sort of wrap up soon, so we'll just play our Amazon game now.
Okay.
How many have you got?
I've got 2 games and 1 random object, but if you're in a rush, I can cut out a game or the random object.
Let's see how it goes. Go with the
Okay,
game
right.
first. Just start and we'll see
Okay.
how it goes.
Okay. 26th of March 2016. Having never played any of the previous games, I was pretty shocked to find out there is no walkthrough guide for noobs. Graphics are pretty crap, but I can get over that. This is by far the most confusing and poorly explained game I have ever played. I played it in 20-minute bursts and then got bored and turned my PS4 off to go and watch paint dry instead.
That's really good. I like that last bit.
Yeah, that's what I put in.
It's not something Japanesey, is it? Like, personal?
No. I've got more reviews if you...
Dan?
Oh, yeah, I can't think.
Yeah.
I can't think.
Next review?
Yeah.
Rainbow Six?
No.
Okay.
Next review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand all the 5-star reviews. I was very disappointed with this. The graphics aren't great. The control system is very clunky. It's very linear and not an open world at all. It feels like a slightly updated game from the 1990s.
Is this, how long ago was this? What was the date?
That was the 13th of January 2016.
So it's a bit older then. It's not Diablo, is it?
No.
No.
This is tough today.
It is.
Open world game. Clunky controls. Try to think.
I have one more.
Gunning.
Yeah, go on then.
I think this one might give it away. Okay. 14th of November 2015. Very disappointed, was enjoying this game until it started to crash at the same spot over and over again. I seem to recall having a similar problem with New Vegas, but not to this extent.
Oh, it's
Fallout 4.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Ah.
I had you guys right until the end though.
Nah, I wouldn't have got that one.
Yeah, it's pretty. Most of the reviews for that, obviously just talk about the previous games. I'm like, well, I can't really put. Oh yeah, and it's not very much like its previous game, Fallout 3. That would kind of give it away, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's go. Next one.
Next game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a toughie, I think.
Oh gosh.
26th of August 2016. With 30 years of gaming experience, I have never played such a poor game. All the enemies suffer from a memory of a fish and hard of hearing. You fight one person, everyone else politely waits for you to finish killing that person before they attack you.
Oh, that sounds like a game I played.
That sounds like Assassin's Creed to me. That's like.
Oh no.
Was that right? I can't tell
it's-
for that name.
It's Assassin's Creed Syndicate, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, first review.
Well
Well done.
done.
Yeah, that was very good. Do you want to see the random item?
Yeah, we've got time for random item.
Right. Do you want the date, or it doesn't really help? I don't
No.
think it's a random item. Okay, I'll just get stuck into reviews then. I would give this 0 stars if I could. I ordered it in May, received it fine, followed the instructions and set it up and was very happy. Used it twice and it began to leak and soaked the entire floor after 2 weeks. Then I sent it back.
Is it a carpet cleaner?
No.
Fridge.
Nope. I have 2 more reviews.
Go on then.
Okay.
Another one.
Disappointed, not as good as the original, not as deep, and no inflatable floor.
It's not a pool, a paddling pool,
Sort of on the right line there.
or
It's not like a birthing pool, is it?
No, it's not a birthing pool. You're in like the right ballpark there with what you're talking about.
or a feet pool thing.
No.
Foot pool. I know kind of what I was talking about. Is it another review?
Yeah, there's one more. This item is total rubbish. Used it once a year and put it away in the winter months when we didn't need it. Then when we got it back out, it was leaking in a few places and we had to keep mending the pump, which wouldn't work.
It's not a dehumidifier, is it?
No.
No, it's
Inflatable
not
floor.
You're like really close to it to a point where I'm not sure I should have given it to you or not yet, if you know what I mean.
So it's not a paddling pool. It's not a swimming pool.
But you are like there. Do you know what I mean? What you're
Is it
saying?
A paddling pool for a dog.
No.
For dog.
What could it be? I don't know. Is it going to be annoying when you tell us what it is?
I
Sounds
don't
like it.
know. You're very close to it. So possibly.
Or is it a sort of slide or something?
No.
Oh yeah, I got no idea.
No, I've lost.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an inflatable hot tub.
Which would make
See,
oh
I
god.
gave it like right there, and I was like, "Do I give it them? It's not quite a pool."
An inflatable hot tub.
Yeah,
though.
like a lazy spa thing.
They exist.
Yeah, they do. Apparently, they're not very good though. There's hundreds of
Yeah.
1-star reviews.
Yeah.
Oh well. Never mind. We were close.
That's the first
Okay.
time I've got you guys.
That was good. Okay, we're going to wrap up now because let you finish before the Microsoft conference starts so that I can get the podcast up for you to listen to. So I'm going to do that now.
They're not cheap, are they? Those inflatable hot tubs. Sorry.
No, we just had a look at them.
No, they're not cheap. They're quite. I've seen them before as well. Quite expensive.
Dan
Okay.
was like, oh, I like the sound of that.
I won't water all over my carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't
sorry.
you might have it in the house.
Yeah, I don't know
Put it
why
in
they
your
think I've got
garden.
one.
Okay, wrapping up now. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the games. Hope you enjoyed all the chat, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for now. Bye.
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 Dan, you're meant to say bye.
Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked by an item on Google. Bye. See you next week.
Woo.